Welcome to another BCS podcast. Today our special guest is former student Levi Rutledge. Welcome, Levi.
Pleasure to be here.
Yes, I'm glad you're here. So we're going to get a little into your history before you came to Brentwood, and you graduated in 2023?
2023, yes, sir.
Awesome. And you're currently attending?
Midwestern State University.
Awesome.
Sir.
And what is your field of study? What's your area?
I'm in marketing right now.
Marketing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
well, that's perfect because you're here marketing for
Absolutely.
your basketball camp.
Absolutely.
And also talking a little bit about why you came to Brentwood. What was your experience like from here? And really, most importantly, it's kind of great to talk to former students because they come back and how did Brentwood have an impact in your life? And so when you went on to college or just even out in the world in general, because you're transitioning from a young man until a man, and God is going to use you because I'm sure you have certain gifts and talents. And so how did Brentwood play a role in that? And is there any advice you'd like to give students who are coming up to maybe their senior year and how they transition out of high school, what that experience was like for you, and words of wisdom? So with that, as we get into more about you and your Bible camp, I'd like to first rewind a little. Where did you go to school before you came to Brentwood? When you came to Brentwood? And we'll pick up from there.
I was at Cedar Park High School from freshman to junior year. It was a good school. I had a good time there. But I wanted to challenge myself spiritually, wanted to challenge myself on the basketball court and also in the classroom. I felt that Brentwood had a more rigorous academic program that would better prepare me for college. And so it was honestly a perfect fit. And when I came here, all of those things proved themselves to be true. I got better at basketball. I got better in my walk with my faith. And I made night and day better grades here than I did at Cedar Park. And I credit that to the culture here because all of my peers here were striving for A's and A's only, and at my prior school, I felt that that same culture wasn't there, at least around my friends, and so, my parents always tell me surround myself with people that are going to push me to be better. So it was a perfect fit.
Nice. How'd you guys hear about Brentwood?
My old teammate, Rylan Atchison. He went here. I used to play select basketball with him way back in the day, probably fifth grade. I think he was a sixth grader. I was a fifth grader. His dad contacted my dad and just gave us the idea. I was kind of looking to transfer after my junior year, and so it was just God's timing.
Nice. So when coming over here, that had to be kind of crazy. First, coming off of COVID, so that changed everything. And then finding yourself in a position where academically you were going to be motivated. So there's competition, just not even on the ball court, but also in the classroom. But you said that you actually even got better grades, which you would think if you're in the public school, usually private schools are, generally speaking, 2 years ahead of what public school is. So for you to come over and to get better grades really shows that it was a good transfer, it was a good commitment, and you were focused.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. And the teachers here, I felt like just really poured into me. I spent a lot of time with Mr. Witcher. We did a lot of, we just had a lot of good conversations because I was really interested in the stuff that he was teaching. And then also, my Bible teacher, I felt like we had some pretty good conversations as well. Jimmy Harper. Yeah, Jimmy Harper. Blanked on me for a second.
That's right.
Sorry, Jimmy.
You're getting so old now.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
So Jimmy Harper and Mel Witcher, two people that obviously are quite frequently mentioned of having that type of an impact in those discussions that they're able to have. It's all of our teachers are great and they really pour into the kids. But Mr. Witcher and also Mr. Harper's names keep coming up, especially for the seniors and just coming in knowing that you're going to be graduating. They know they only have 1 year with you to really make that imprint. and it sounds like it did make an impact for you, which is good.
Yes.
So coming here, you're challenged. How about the basketball program? Was that doing well here? What'd that do for you?
Yes. I never made a playoff game before coming here. I came here, and Coach Carr, immediately poured into me as well. And honestly, the whole team, we had a really good squad. Guys like Evan Gruis, Nick McCumey, Blake and Mason. We were all probably like 6'5" plus. So we were big, and we were talented, and we all had a pretty good culture here as well, thanks to Coach Carr and Coach White. So it was just overall a really good experience on the court for me. So
awesome. Did you have a little buddy, chapel buddy, when you were here?
I did. Davi. His name was Davi.
You ever stay in contact with Davi or no?
I did not.
No,
he was I think in pre-K. So,
okay.
But
I'm still learning who all the students are. So, but the name does sound a little familiar. Yeah. So it'd be interesting if we could show Davi, if he's still here, to be able to
absolutely
to look at this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so your impact on your Christian faith. You leave Brentwood, and then you go on to college. What was that like, that transition? Is there anything looking back that you saw how Brentwood helped prepare you, and maybe where we could have done a better job in preparing you for what you were going to experience?
Absolutely, yeah. So I went to IMG Academy after Brentwood. It is a sports academy
in Florida.
In Bradenton, Florida. Yes, sir.
Yes, I know it.
It was a wonderful experience. They have all of the facilities and strength coaches and mental coaches down there. And because of Brentwood, because of them, going to chapel every Wednesday, learning about the Bible in Mr. Harper's class, the first thing that I turned to was God. When I went to IMG, I tore my knee at IMG. Was injured, wasn't playing the way I wanted to, and like I said, the first thing I turned to was my faith, and that allowed me to stay on track, in the right mindset, and it allowed me to have joy every day instead of worrying about my injury and worrying about where am I going to go after this. And honestly, I am beyond thankful for what Brentwood was able to do and instill in me before I went to that, because I'm not sure how I would have reacted without Jesus in my life that year. Sure, it would have been fine. Sure, would have gone to one of the 5 mental coaches they have up there, but I like what God did a whole lot better. So,
you make a great point, because until we're tested, we really don't know. And it's in those moments when it's like your world seems like it's crashing down, or why me? Why did God allow this? All those frustrations, but then just the reminder of everything, how God has been faithful, that he still has a plan. And it's funny because prayer, we kind of treat God like he's a cosmic genie, right? We're going to rub the lamp and hope he comes out, and then we're going to ask him all these requests, hoping that he's going to fulfill for us. And really, prayer is about, Lord, how do I change to your will and accept what you have for me? Absolutely. So when the injury happened, you're thinking, okay, God allowed this to happen. Now, what do I do with this? And instead of lashing out, you turn to your faith, which right there is a testament of that's what we try to do here. We want you guys to have and nurture that relationship so it becomes your own. Your faith isn't inherited from your parents. It's now your own faith. And so what happened from there? Where'd you go after IMG?
So Coach Leslie was at Midwestern State. He had been recruiting me since high school. Had a couple options out of IMG, which I was super thankful for. But I chose to go to Midwestern State, where I felt like I was most wanted. At Midwestern State, I was still injured. Did not get to really show what I could do during that season. And on top of that, we had a top 5 defense in the country, top 25 team in the country. We went to the tournament. Got knocked off by DBU, who went to the Final Four. So we were a really solid team, and there were a lot of older guys on that team that were really good mentors for me. And so that was really another learning year for me. and I felt like my injury allowed me to kind of sit back and watch and analyze how those older guys operate and what good culture looks like in a basketball program. So, like you said, you never know why God makes things happen until it happens, and maybe even then you don't know. So I think that's probably one of the reasons that I got injured, but I don't know. I don't know the answers.
So post injury, you're playing now.
Yes, sir.
How's that going for you?
It went pretty well. It's my first year playing. Coach Trilly was there's a new head coach. Leslie went to school in California, and then the new head coach actually recruited me when he was at Brentwood Christian. And so, small world, he ended up getting the job, and he gave me some opportunities, and I felt like I did a pretty good job with it as a redshirt freshman. So next year I think I'll have a bigger role, and I'm super excited to see what we can do in my second year playing. So
nice. What position do you play, by the way?
I'm a shooting guard or small forward.
Okay. Awesome. Great. So advice for the kids going into their senior year, knowing that college is coming up, they can't wait to graduate and get out. You made that transfer already, and that part of your life is behind you. You're still in college, but any advice for them? Any thoughts?
Yeah. Soak it up. Soak up all of the opportunities, make the most of, every class. I feel like too often, especially in high school, we're it's just another day. Mm-hmm. And I feel like sometimes I didn't, I was guilty of that as well, just trying to get through it. And now looking back, high school was super easy and super, light compared to what I'm doing now, especially being an athlete in college. It's a lot more rigorous,
a different level.
It is, professors aren't helping you, holding your hand. I don't think Brentwood is really guilty of that, but definitely in public school, I felt like a lot of stuff was kind of handed to me academically, and I didn't have to work that hard, which is why I made the move here to Brentwood. And so it was. Yeah.
You mean if you put the ball in the hoop, you get an A? Is that?
No, no. You get the A, you get to put the ball in the hoop.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
All right. So now, what are you doing now? You're back home for summer.
Yes, sir.
And so, what do you do? What do you do all summer long?
So I'm working at a country camp right now called Spicewood Country Camp. Outside all day, ride horses and play dodgeball, all the fun stuff.
A rough life, yes.
Man, rough. But I'm starting a faith-based basketball camp of my own called Ball and Bible. We'll do that for 1 week in July, 13th to the 17th. And so that's what I've been spending a lot of my time on. My dad is helping me a lot with it. And so that's been taking up a lot of my brain space.
So it's called Ball and Bible, and
Yes,
it's
sir.
going to be held in Austin.
Yes, sir.
And that's July 13th through the 17th.
Yes, sir.
What age groups?
It is 3rd through 6th grade. So,
3rd through 6th grade.
yes, sir.
And this is your first one?
First one.
So you're getting the word out.
Yes, sir. We are.
Do you have a local church that you go to, or?
Yes, we go to Gateway. We actually just met with Matt McCaw. He's on the youth team there, and he actually played for the same head coach that I did in college. He played for Coach Leslie at Azusa Pacific. So
wow.
we just made that connection a couple days ago, and it was really cool to hear that. And me and my dad joked, getting in the car on the way back, you're like, sometimes God sends, signals that aren't as obvious. And sometimes He just hits you over the head with it. And so I'm like, this is where we need to be, talking to this youth ministry right here at our own church. So it's a cool little detail.
Now, is Coach Leslie still at Azusa Pacific?
No, he's at Westmont in California, same conference.
Oh, I know Westmont. I know Azusa Pacific. That was all in my neck of the woods.
Okay. Yeah.
They're not cheap schools either.
No, not at all. Not at all.
So, hey, maybe you can go play there. I mean, they got some great beaches there.
Man,
Santa Barbara.
I'm already knowing. Yeah, it's beautiful out there.
All right, so that's July 13th through the 17th.
Yes, sir. And
is there a way to get in touch? You have a website, Facebook page, Instagram?
Yeah, they're all Ball and Bible. So ballandbible.com for the website. Ball and Bible, Facebook. We've got a logo. It's a circle with a cross in the middle, and then the two B's on the outside of it. It's going to be a really, really awesome opportunity. I feel like I created it because I wanted to create an environment where kids can come in and have a really, really fun and exciting experience around the name Jesus. And if that's their first experience around the name Jesus, that's awesome. I wanted to build foundations in these kids early, so that, like me, when I went to IMG and I was going through a rough season, the first thing they can turn to as well when they're going through rough seasons in their lives is their faith, because I feel like that's the first thing we should all turn to. So that's kind of the purpose.
So camp. Is there Bible time at the camp? Do you? Okay.
Yes, sir. So we'll have a youth pastor there named Jeff. He's at North Lake right now, North Lake Church, and he'll be there for all of the all 5 days. We'll have our drills, and then we'll have like 5 to 10 minutes to reflect on the message of the day. Each day we'll have a word, and all 5 words from the week will kind of correlate into each other to follow the story of Peter. The whole camp is based off of 1 Peter 4:10, which is each of you have a gift which you should use to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace. And so we're kind of going to use that to show all the kids, like, hey, your gift might not be you're 6'8" and you can dunk the ball like LeBron, but you still might have a gift where you can help others, help your teammate up, or maybe be a good passer, or just a good teammate in general, and most importantly, a good leader. That's kind of the main point.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, who wouldn't want to get behind that? And it's great that that's all in our mission statement for the school as well with Brentwood, that we prepare students for serving after they graduate, so that they can take their gifts, like you said, and put them into use. So I like how you got the connection. So it seems like Brentwood has maybe had an impact on you.
Absolutely. My time here at Brentwood was huge for me in my walk with faith. Prior to coming here, I'm in a Christian household, and we go to church, but I had never really studied the Bible until I came here. I knew I knew the basic stories, everything, but I didn't really take time to myself to really learn what's going on, and I felt like it was a huge stepping stone for me to really understand who I'm following, what I'm following, and so it was amazing all around.
Well, that sounds great. I'm so glad you came by, and it was nice to meet you, Levi. I'll be praying for you, and this Ball and Bible, the website.com, that's going to be great for others to check out, and I really want to encourage you to do that. And grades 3 through 6.
Yes, sir.
What a great opportunity to go out, hear the word, hear your story, so you can pour into them, and then see what the Lord has next for them.
Absolutely. Yes,
so
sir.
We'll be watching.
For having me.
Oh, sure, you're welcome. And then we will be following up with you. Maybe have you back on. Maybe if you're home by winter break, come back for Christmas. Maybe kind of follow up and see what happened. Any lives change, anything like that. We'd like to always follow up and see how the Lord's working.
Absolutely.
Right. And we always have a saying here, it's always a great day to be a Brentwood Bear.
You're unbelievable.